Next, we will be watching the best aura moments in nature by Casual Geographic. Make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment in the doodly-doo. This was recorded live at twitch.tv/LuminusRed. Come on in, drop a follow, come hang out. We are having a ton of fun here on my 1-year anniversary. I'm super excited to spend more time with more amazing people, so please come on in. I know you'd be an amazing part of the community. Also, freaking, I'm really loving Casual Geographic videos, and I need to see more of them. So let's get right into it and enjoy some fun. Let's do it. Whoa. What? What's happening? Whoa. Monk. Uh-oh. No.
Aura. You've heard the word.
Yeah.
Even if it was after the Brain Rot Brigade ruined it for everyone.
would, Cobra.
The definition of aura is not important. It's the feeling. It's commanding an entire room without speaking. It's when your name is spoken. It demands respect. Man, look, we don't even need this intro. You know what aura is.
We do.
Captain America wielding the hammer of Thor. Aura.
Yes.
Steph Curry having an entire building watching him shoot. Except for Steph Curry. Aura. Experts advising tourists against even saying
Also, aura is also what freaking Star Platinum says when he punches things repeatedly. Aura, 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 aura.
JoJo's name for their safety, aura. Animals can have it too, and when you talk about aura, this bear might just be the mascot. This is bear number 122, but he's mainly known as the boss. He's a 700-pound walking boulder of a bear, and the most dominant grizzly in Banff National Park in Alberta. He's your biggest predator's biggest predator, as the boss has been recorded catching, Canadian? And eating other bears. In fact, one of the first times he ever was seen was while feeding on a recently expired black bear. Or at least what was left of him, and officials had to close down the Sundance Canyon Trail until he was done. He's like the carnivore conductor. Everyone has to follow his timing. He's always the last bear to hibernate, but the first one up. He has a home range of about 1,000 square miles, and like Genghis Grizzly, Boss is believed to have fathered 70% of all the bears in Banff. What? The bear was going to work, but unfortunately, with every job, eventually you retire, and one day, Boss tragically hit a train and was put down. The train, that is. This walking plot armor survived being struck by a train twice. Mind you, trains are the #1 killer of all wildlife in Banff, and Boss regularly uses the tracks as a buffet line to feed on spilled grain, as well as the carcasses of other animals that weren't strong enough to survive what he walked off twice. The definition of aura is a bear covered in
twice? I'm now, bro, I can't not cover you. I'm trying my best here, there you go. So he's been hit by a train twice and won. Actually, you know what? That's the Lumi of trains. Honestly, I might be... Is this my spirit animal? Because I, too, am Canadian. I, too, have been in the wilderness. I, too, have been hit by something and then damaged it more than me. I was once T-boned by a minivan while I was riding a bike, and there was a me-shaped imprint left on the minivan. My body dented the frame of the minivan, but I was fine. I beat a minivan in a 1v1. I'm stronger than cars in a 1v1. I might just be boss. I might be the boss. This might be my spirit animal. How did you survive? I won. By being boss. I had aura. I had too much aura. I'm sorry, I had too much aura for you. It just hit me and it was just like, oh my gosh, I can't fight this aura. I'm gonna break apart. I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna melt in her presence because she's got so much aura. Oh my gosh. You are OP, Lumi. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oil from hours spent eating off the same tracks that should have killed him. But this god of war grizzly doesn't just not fear death, he straight up disrespects it. According to Parks Canada mapping, Boss regularly crosses high-speed, heavy traffic highways like Trans-Canada, and yeah, in case you were curious, that's another leading cause of bears getting disqualified from life. And that's not the only way he disregards death. Believe it or not, if there was something less than nothing, bears would want that to do with us. The best way to avoid a bear is to make enough noise to give the bear a chance to avoid you.
It's true.
And mother bears will actually den closer to people, knowing that'll keep baby aborting males away. Which means, ironically, some bears choose the man. Boss chooses himself. Bear 122 is a common visitor of compost around Banff, and he even forced the town to put up a 9,500-volt electric fence just to keep him from raiding the landfills. There's also that time you had Boss breaking into backyards just to eat from fruit trees. So of course the only option was to cut down the trees.
That's kind of cute. I have to admit, that's kind of cute. I mean, it would be terrifying to see like Boss in your backyard freaking trying to eat your trees, but like, kind of cute. He's Boss. The boss is a title, and he is that big boss. He is indeed Electronite. Welcome in, by the way. Lumi is made of iron. I am the iron lesbian. Fear me! Or kiss me. I don't care which way.
Thing is, Boss was never known to be aggressive to people. To be fair, that's also true for most bears that are alive. But my theory is, he knows damn well we can't do a thing about him. Boss is a whole anime protagonist with predatory hardware, so you shouldn't be surprised that he has his own villain. One day, wildlife photographer John E. Marriott seemingly saw Boss at his worst. He could barely move, he had chunks taken out of his face, and for the first time, he had gotten got. And the most likely culprit, yeah, that would be this guy, Split Lip. Split Lip or Bear 136 was another mountain of a bear in Banff, and Boss's #1 op. They even have the same Ursicidal tendencies.
Stop moving! I moved myself out of the way, and now he's in the way. I'm trying, Casual Geographic. I'm trying my best not to mess you up. I'm so sorry.
15, his tracking collar stopped working, and researchers looking for it were met with Split Lip's discarded collar and a mostly eaten grizzly corpse that wasn't Split Lip. They've been running fades for years, with both being at least over 20. This beef's likely been marinating over a decade, and with Boss estimated at 28, he proves one thing: beware the old man in a profession where men die young. In fact, even his name is dangerous. Just not in the way you think. You see, when you name an animal, you're basically personalizing them. It's one thing to do it to a dog. It's a different game for a 700-pound wild Rottweiler. It turns animals into celebrities. If you think someone's not logic deficient enough to risk it all for a boss selfie, yeah,
my buns are too big.
More than a good guy. It's enough for experts to caution against saying his name out of fear that he might literally gain too much clout for his own good. Think about it. This bear's aura is too strong to have a name. But there's more than one kind of aura, even in the animal world. You ever get that new kid in class that everyone just rocks with? Like the popular kids, the teachers. He can make nice for half the school by lunch. That's that charismatic.
I was not that. I was the kid getting bullied in the corner who cried and then went home and watched Stargate. That's what I was. And anime. Anime and Stargate. That's what I was. Thank you for the follow. I'm Dumb Boy. Welcome in. You're not a dumb boy. You're okay. Listen, you're not walking around in a giant sandwich, are you? Well, oh, Lumi. What? Happy anniversary. What's the story with the sandwich? I mean bread. Anyways, nerd! You're so right, Vivi. I'm a nerd. Thanks for noticing. I'm a big nerd. Why do you think I became a VTuber? It got that bad? Yeah! I have trauma and I've got complex PTSD and an anxiety disorder generalized. I have crowd anxiety too. Yeah! Why are you describing my life with small changes? It's almost like freaking the streamer reflects the chat, or the chat reflects the streamer. I don't know. Yeah! It's not weird at all, Zoe.
Aura, and this is the picture of it. The story goes, a couple lost their dog while hiking in Kamchatka. Remind me to tell you why that's important later. And they fired up a drone to try and find him. Oh, they did. They found him, traveling with 3 bears. There's a lot to unpack here. Number 1, bears don't live in packs, thank the natural order for that, but that means this husky had the stones to pull up on a mother bear with cubs and didn't get sent to dog backwards. Not to mention, there are wolves in Kamchatka, meaning bears already have a predilection to canine prejudice. But speaking of Kamchatka, not only does it flex the highest density of brown bears on Earth, the constant fresh supply of salmon means they're one of the few animals alive that could maul a grizzly. So I'm not exaggerating, this dog chose the biggest land predators on the planet and adopted them. Yeah, he adopted them. You can tell they're just barely tolerating him. Whole time the husky's having the time of his life. Does this look familiar? I'll give you a hint.
I'm making waffles.
And I just know it was the mom telling the cubs ignore him and he'll go away that got him here. That's the real reason she doesn't suplex his world. Because then she'd be admitting she was wrong. There's no report the couple got their dog back, but I don't think that's not their dog no more.
That's not.
Especially since if I had a nickel for every time a drone caught a dog breaking their boundaries, I'd have at least 2 more nickels than I woke up with. Oh, and it's more than just dogs. In 2018, a Polish farmer lost one of his cows, and for 2 months straight, she was unaccounted for. That is until she was caught posted up with a herd of wild, untamed bison. I should make the joke here, but I don't give the guidelines a chance, so hopefully the
we all know what this looks like. We all know the image that this looks like, don't we? This is... I think anyone who's been on the internet for more than 5 seconds knows exactly what this image is looking like, right? Freaking that one with a couch, you know? Not gonna put it out, but you know, I mean, they were making bees! Aw, the couch. You know, there's a couch and a lot of people. Various people. Got a lot of people. I like people. Yeah, we all know. We know what we're talking about. We don't forget what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about. 5 guys. 5 guys, burgers and fries with 1 woman. Yes, indeed. Can they even crossbreed? Worth a try. Lumi, the image of the Game Grumps on the couch, right? Sure. Yeah, whatever you say. Just keep yourself nice and pure and wholesome, and Vivi, don't spoil your brain. It's okay. Just it's okay. You keep yourself nice and pure. It's okay, darling. Yes, you're Game Grumps. Yes, indeed. Hi, Tea Time. Welcome in. Maybe that's the way to get a GF, Lumi. You just need a huge couch in your room. I have my bed's a day bed that expands. Does that count? It's metal, so I can't break it.
Let's do it for me. In 2016, another drone captured
Oh.
a pod of beluga whales that had adopted a
okay.
single lone narwhal. Just for reference, narwhals are painfully shy, people-fearing, eternally introverted anxiety whales that could genuinely get past tense by a panic attack. But as of 2022, he's been running with the same beluga squad every year.
Wait, am I a narwhal? Oh god, am I a narwhal? Am I a narwhal? I could be past tense by a panic attack. I get a lot of those. I've had so many panic attacks. I can actually predict when I'm gonna have a panic attack, and I can like try and like get myself. I can deal with a panic attack before it happens. I can tell. I can see the first signs of a panic attack, and that's amazing. Let's do this thing. Yes, cows and bison can inbreed, which makes a beefalo. Beefalo! Wait, that sounds delicious. Can we do that? I thought you were a cheetah. Maybe I'm a narcheetah. A cheetah whale? I'm a unicorn.
Is aura. Also,
I am
fun fact,
interested.
Narluga hybrids are an actual thing, so maybe this is the same vibe. Probably helps that despite resembling a sun-starved dolphin, belugas have the intimidation of a cinnamon roll. Next animal looks like a cinnamon roll, but can absolutely fold
Jerry.
The 2-week-old unrefrigerated pie.
Don't rob her. Woo!
You know, when I saw this video, my first thought, that golden retriever's there strictly for vibes. Come to realize, that's not a golden retriever, it's a furry Grim Reaper. It's a Great Pyrenees, a canine insurance policy built to run fades with wolves and bears. It's old man country strength in a canine's body. If you meet someone's Pyrenees for the first time and they're all over you, yeah, that's not affection. It's basically a vibe check, and fail at your own expense, because the moment you do something they don't like to them, or God forbid someone they care about, this is Casper. He's not a ghost, but damn it if he doesn't make it.
So cute.
He's a 21-month-old, 85-pound cotton-tip goofball, at least according to owner John Werville. He lets chickens sleep on his head, he treats the sheep like family, and he's pretty outgoing for a guard dog. Until it's time to go out and
Baby, his eyes! His eyes! I love the heterochromia. It's so cute. I'm freaking in love with this puppy. I love puppies. Where's my puppy? He went upstairs. I think he's upstairs. I think my puppy Marco is upstairs. I think he's having a fun time upstairs. But I want my puppy. Oh, puppy!
A guard dog. On November 3rd, 2022, 11 coyotes raided the farm in Georgia, and 3 managed to break into a pen. If that wasn't motivation enough, Casper also had a mate, Daisy, who was pregnant with 8 puppies. Casper knew what time it was. Casper cleared the 4-foot hog wire fence and not so gently perp walked the first 3 off the census in seconds. Casper then jumped the fence again, and this time went after the entire pack. And even with 5 other Pyrenees on the farm, Casper went at it alone. No backup. This was personal. Casper would disappear for 2 days. Until reappearing with cuts, torn skin, and a severely injured tail that ended up getting amputated. I showed the other guys, but corpses aren't allowed on YouTube. The next day, people found the bodies of the decommissioned coyotes littered around railroad tracks, the carnage totaling 8 dead coyotes. If you remember how many unborn pups they pressed, I don't believe 8 was an accident. Casper would spend 2 weeks at the emergency vet, another 6 at the animal clinic to treat his wounds of war. But thanks to Samaritans donating $15,000 to his medical bills, Casper would make a full recovery. And in 2024, he was voted the People's Choice Pup and won Farm Dog of the Year.
Oh my goodness, he is People's Choice! That's so right! Oh my gosh, I can't think of a better pup for that. That's so good. Oh my goodness, he's such a good puppy. Aww! That's so good! I can't believe it. He's a good pupper. I like puppers. They're so freaking cute. Aw, if you don't like dogs, then like dogs, because they're good. I understand if you have a fear of them, it's a thing. But you know what? It's good. Hi, Void Raid pup. I am more of a cat person. That's fine, but this is a good pupper. One of our dogs has a really cool eye like his, except it's split down the middle with one side of being white and the other side being brown, like her other eye. That's so cool. I love that. This weekend, a dog won Best Actor at the Horror Film Over Human nominees. And no one was angry about that. I can imagine. If I lost an acting award to a good pupper, I would be happy. I would be happy. I would celebrate. It would not be like, oh, they didn't earn it. No, that's a good pupper. Dogs are good. They really are. They really are. It's not like I don't like dogs. It's just I don't have, I've never met anyone that liked me. Oh, I'm sorry, Green Strider. But you can like dogs even if they don't like you. Except the other nominees, maybe. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Was retired, and after single-handedly saving his entire bloodline, as he should. Next animal also retired, but only after saving his entire species. Except this is the one time the aura came from stolen valor. Aura fraud is a crime, and his prehistoric plus-size pebble committed it. Giant tortoises actually used to be seasoned all over, but that changed the moment folks discovered how good turtle meat tastes.
Chibi Toki, what? Did you know that Darwin ate everything that he discovered? If Darwin discovered a type of animal, he ate that. And he was also the one that realized when going around the Galapagos Islands, you could just pull a freaking tortoise or like Galapagos tortoise onto your ship, and you didn't have to feed it. You could just kind of leave it there because it didn't need food as often as possible, and it would be fresh food. So you could just have a bunch of tortoises on your main deck, and they couldn't escape, and then you could make fresh soup and have fresh meat whenever you wanted. Darwin, so like if you look at Darwin's notes, there's actually like a description of what every animal that he found tasted like. Darwin is very hungry. Yeah. No, Darwin ate everything. Like, I think if Darwin was let to, he would have eaten people and just be curious. I don't know. Giant tortoise is actually delicious. They have a water supply inside their shell, so they are living water tanks. Not the turtle. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a thing. Now, time for some chibidoki freaking, this is how you freaking, bait chibidoki, like some thirst trap this is a chibidoki thirst trap. That's what we're doing here.
It was actually ridiculous. You know, they didn't get a scientific name for hundreds of years, all because the sailors traveling with them kept eating them before they made it back to London. They got to the point where the population...
Maybe it wasn't Darwin that started doing that, but I remember Darwin doing it. Maybe fact check me on that. But yeah, no, freaking... I know Darwin ate a lot of those things too. I don't recommend Bear. Very gamey. It's Casual Geographic, my goat. Welcome in, Sword Machine. Welcome in. I really like his videos. I'm enjoying it. Okay, he said that. Yeah, I know stuff too, but I can't remember if Darwin was the first one or he was just continuing the cycle.
Of giant tortoises on Hispaniola Island was 3 males and 12 females away from getting discontinued permanently. They started a breeding program, but off the bat, only 2 males were able to contribute. That was until they realized that a tortoise living in the San Diego Zoo had actually been born on Hispaniola, and DNA tests confirmed that Diego was exactly what they were looking for, and so recruited him. Diego peeped the census and immediately came to his senses. He locked in. They said, "Go Diego, go." Boy, did he ever. 3 male Hood Island tortoises were brought into the breeding program, and Sir Diego proceeded to score a career high in spreading thighs. Do turtles even have... Yes.
Yes!
With more rounds than Nick's cannon, the amorous anvil with legs spawned 900 children and fathered 40% of all the tortoises born in the program.
What?
Forever immortalizing him as a turtle who laid so much pipe he carried the species. And I do mean carry.
I want to be that good. Can I lay that much pipe? Can I breed? Can I bred? Can I bred enough that I bred this species? Can I be that rizzly? Can I be as rizzly as this turtley? Can I be a bred? I'm inbred. Yeah.
There were 3 males, but one of them literally couldn't bump shells if their species depended on it. Either that or he was one of those watching turtles.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a mathemacologist,
like
but 3 males with one pulling 40% and the other contributing vibes means Diego wasn't the MVP. That turtle was E5, and logic says his horns were responsible for 60% of the output. But apparently Diego being a bigger, louder personality means he siphoned E5's clout, although to be fair, being named after a fucking bingo space didn't help. E5 was quiet, reserved, and rarely witnessed in the act. Meanwhile, Diego was the type to crash keratin and let the whole island hear about it. This was a turtle too, man, that went on a legendary run to save their species, which now numbers 2,300 on Hispaniola.
Holy
Both
crap.
tortoises have retired and have since been returned to their native island almost 80 years after they were first recruited. Moral of the story, there's a line in the name, call a bear a boss and he'll act like one. Name a shell jockey.
Wait, is that how you carry me when I'm inbred? Is this how you carry? Wait, no. Is this how you? Wait,
retired, and have since been returned to their native island almost 80 years.
Is this how you carry me when I'm inbred? Is this what you do? I want to be cute like that. Go like blah 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 blah. She's literally inbred. She's a really sandwich. Don't tell anyone. Really, of course they're like no. Sapphic, screw you, autocorrect. Yes, no, yes. Wee! I want to flop around and be cute. You're literally the only inbred. You are carrying all of the Lumi right now. I'm the only inbred Lumi. Yeah. Yes! This is how you know you're a good VTuber, because you're inbred. Now we just need to eat you because you're a snack. Yeah! Of course.
After they were first recruited. Moral of the story, there's a lot in the name. Call a bear a boss and he'll act like one. Name a shell jockey after the spawn of Elon. You're setting both up for failure. Failure's not even a concept to the next animal, because when you talk about aura, this guy might have won himself a life supply. This is Jacob the Ion. Ion cuz he just refuses to take the L. And earlier this year, he and his brother broke a record in the most unexpected way possible. But to really appreciate how insane this is, you need to know just how they got here. Jacob belongs to a super rare population of tree-climbing lions in Queen Elizabeth National Park. What was really rare was his plot armor. In 2019, 5-year-old Jacob stepped on a wheel trap, a brutal torture device meant to bring down buffalo and hippos. That'd be curtains for most lions, but Jacob managed to escape, although not without sacrificing a leg. and although he was kept alive by pride mates bringing him food and rangers eventually treating his wound with antibiotics, the chances a three-legged lion can last more than a year are low, and they were about to get a lot worse.
Well, you can't see that. I'm covering his like, his like, or lack thereof. Oh, God heavens. Oh, great heavens. Jeez. Poor baby, no.
In March 2020, 6 of Jacob's family members were poisoned by poachers and body parts sold on the black market. Being a tripod predator is already life on impossible mode. Doing that without a pride behind you is a for sure death sentence. Death seemed even more certain because 6 weeks after that, Jacob was gored by a buffalo, gifting him a gruesome puncture hole in his chest. Somehow, Jacob survived everything. But the jihad of life didn't end there. Even with brother Tibu by his side, there's one big risk with being a lion without a pride, and one night, it happened. Jacob and Tibu lost a fight with a rival group of males, and as lion culture states, all losers must be banished from the territory. Problem was, the only way out involved crossing the Kazinga Channel, a channel believed to hold the world's largest population of hippos and crocodiles, both a massive threat to an Afro-Kitty's way of life. Jacob had already beat the odds like a Cherokee drum, but this time had to be too much. They did it. Jacob and Tibu swam nearly a mile across Croc and Hippo seasoned waters at night. It was the longest distance a lion has ever been recorded swimming, and in Kazinga, most don't make it past 100 meters. The brothers lasted a length of 14 football fields, and the craziest part, it didn't take one try. It took 3 attempts, and one of them ended with a mysterious creature stalking them and forcing the pair back to shore. Do you know the nerve it takes to swim through a steroid lizard luncheon and a hippo pool party in the dark for 45 minutes straight, while having no way of knowing if something's following you? What even motivates 2 lions to risk their entire lives swimming through a literal, yeah, that'd do it. See, lions often mark their territory with roaring, and after losing that crucial fight, the pair heard the sounds of lionesses and the promise of promiscuity on the other side of hell. So yeah, lioness? Nah, them boys did it for the lion. Let's play this lion gets laid, cause that DNA going to waste would be the real tragedy. Second time this video, animals went on a 2-man
I'm trying to call women. Rawr! Is it working? Rawr!
But the next animals are the ratio of destruction hell-bent on destroying everyone else's. But if you know anything about honey badgers, you know this Oreo otter puts the aura in horrifying. The same dust weasel that sleeps off snake venom and goes 3v1 on hyenas and still solos. And there wasn't a honey menace with more aura.
It is I am here.
Let me tell you something about Stoffel. Stoffel is disrespect in the form of a black Air Force bowl cut weasel. He's the mascot of habitual line stepping, and like IBS, you can't stop him. You can only pray to contain him.
Won't
He
stop,
was actually
will never
found by
stop.
caretaker Brian Jones, credits to the weasel distribution system. But Stoffel is like a 4-legged tornado in his home, nuking the
I just
place
want
and
women to
daring
show
him
up.
to do something
Thank
about
you for
it.
arriving,
Eventually,
women.
he brought Stoffel to the Mahala Hala Animal Rehabilitation Center, and if you think being around other animals calm this Tasmanian devil, you don't know Stoffel. There wasn't a single animal this furry thumbtack wouldn't beef with, from messing with a rhino 100 times his size, to running a fade with a serval next door, to even folding an adult tawny eagle. No foul. He'd also harass kitchen staff and help himself to the fridge. Who was gonna stop him? And it turned out Stoffel was.
What is it with the honey badgers and just freaking just like going to town on human-made things? Like there was that previous video we watched about the honey badger just going on escape tours, and then this one's like, nah, I'm gonna go raid the fridge. What the heck is happening? The gay urge to be pinned down by the muscle mommy. Oh, wonderful. What can I do for you, lady? That's badger absolute simina. Absolute cinema. Actually, move this out of my face. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. This is sane badger, honey badger. This is a sane one. Absolute symmeter. Absolute badger. Absolute badger. Badgering awesomely. Absolute cinema. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so good.
Fit to be released to the wild, so this felon ferret was here to stay. At one point, he dug through an electric fence and started bullying the lions, specifically chasing the male around and trying to bite his lion bits. I actually grabbed Stoffel, but fun fact, honey badgers are built like a comeback, and loose skin around the neck meant he could turn around and bite the lion right back. He must have been feeling himself, because Stoffel ended up going back to the lions a second time and nearly got mauled to death.
I like the Smash music.
Months in the animal hospital.
Don't think I don't notice the Smash Bros music in the background. Just for the record, I'm recognizing it. Just to quote, as a quote goes, honey badgers don't give a damn. You're so right about that. You're so right.
First thing this monochrome crash out did, fresh out, was try to get it back in blood. At this point, Brian knew he had to lock up his war weasel for his own good, and that's when things really got disrespectful. In his new enclosure, Stoffel climbed a tree by a wall and got out. Should have seen that coming, but then they removed all the trees by the wall. The convict spent all night bending and twisting a branch until it broke, carried it to a wall, leaned it against, and escaped again. So now all the trees were out. Low diff for the Stoff. This time he dug up all the rocks in the enclosure, stacked them high enough, and emancipated himself again. So there went the rocks, but like a fool, they left him with mud. A few mud piles later, and Harry Houdini humbled them again.
Mud.
One time someone made the mistake of leaving a rake in there.
Oh.
Guess what he did.
Yeah,
At one point
escaped?
they thought they were bringing in a love interest named Hammy, but all they really did was literally gift him a partner in crime. Like Shadow Clone Jutsu, now there was 2 of them. There was one night Stoffel broke into his caretaker's home via rock to the window and even tried the door. No one got hurt, but sometimes it's about sending a message. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show Nick. He made it clear that every second he was behind a wall was a choice, cause there's a twist. It was all a game. The Weasel Menace had been hand-raised by humans his entire life and had imprinted on them. He wasn't going anywhere. Fun fact, honey badgers are like the mama's boys of mustelids, with pups staying with their mothers for up to 2 years. As far as Stoffel was concerned, Brian was mama. So yeah, Casper was fueled by family, and Jacob's motivation was Hakuns and Tatas. This dusty sand weasel was memeing the entire time.
Why is she still
he's
hot?
still alive. He's currently 27 and has lost most of his teeth, but he still has Hammy to chew his meals for him. Stoffel even has a son named Stumpy, guaranteeing that the family business is alive at least another generation.
Welcome
But
back
yeah,
to
that's gonna
time.
do it for this
Yeah,
video.
shout out for
Make sure
Street
you
Frequency.
drink water like your mother. If you ever wanted to meet Stoffel, you should probably get on that.
Oh.
I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Bye! Oh, yeah! Vibing, 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 vibing. Babies! Babies! Oh, it's a scary shark! This is a scary shark! Babies! Scary shark! Babies! If you're watching this on YouTube, head on over to twitch.tv/LuminusRed. Drop a follow, come and hang out. Until next time, my lovely last stars. Bye!